Good day, beholders. I am making some superstorm soup. So I have everything prepped and ready to go here. This is a combination of lentils, green farika, which some may have never heard of. I'm going to show you what it looks like prior to par cooking it, and barley. Then we have back here some fresh organic green beans, celery, garlic, onion, and carrot, and some bay leaves. And then in here, in the green bin, we have some spicy pepper, which is the flat iron, and that is, I'm going to show you which one I have it. I'm going to show you. Then there's some poultry seasoning, some sage, ground oregano powder, and basil. That's all that's in there. This is just black pepper, garlic, and onion powder, which we're just going to stick that in. I already have a little bit of broth and some better than bouillon, and then we're going to put in our green mix in there. So we're just going to give that a quick mix. And then I'm going to show you what I made from the chicken. I had about a 4-pound chicken, and I cooked that down. And I have some dark and white meat back there. So this is what green farika looks like. It is actually a green that was burnt, and look it up. It's really neat. This is how it's spelled, how this came to be. But this is an ancient green, really, really good. So this is all ancient greens in here. This is what's in there in the pepper mix. It'll give it a little kick. So in the pot we have some better than bouillon and some chicken broth. So this is the chicken broth that I made from the chicken that I boiled, and I did take off most of the fat that's in here, but I am leaving a little in there for flavor. So we're going to add all that in right now. I'm going to add in all the chicken broth, and I'll rinse those after I close out the video. I'm going to try to keep it quick. And then we're going to put in all of our veggies. So this is going to be our superstorm soup. So I'm going to add in all the veggies. I'm going to definitely be adding those containers of broth back there too. So I had the broth that I made. And then I'm going to add in some of these grains. Whatever I don't use, I'm going to use like during, the storm as just something to go along with whatever meat. And then I'm adding in all the chicken. So I'm definitely going to be adding in some more of that broth that's back there. But this will cook for a good part of the day today. And don't mind my handles of my Dutch oven or the sides, because I bake my bread in here. So that's it. I'll show it to you guys later. So that is going to be our soup. We're over 3 minutes, so I'm not going to be able to make it into a short. So I'll put it up, and then maybe I'll do a short of it later when it's all done. So it's early. It's like 10-ish. So I'm going to pour some more broth in there. We lost a bay leaf somehow when I was putting that stuff in. So that was 1/2 of a large onion. It was 3 stalks of celery, 1/2 of a bag of organic green beans cut in half, 6 medium-sized carrots cut on the bias, because I feel that helps them retain their shape better and they don't fall apart as much. And then it was the breast, both sides except maybe 3 slices I saved for a sandwich, and all the thigh meat from almost a 4-pound chicken. And then all the spices that we talked about, the broth that I made from reducing down the chicken and cooking the chicken to almost well done. I left it so that it had some stability left to it, because I don't mind the diced chicken, but I think I like it better when you just let it cool and you do have some ability to dice it and it doesn't completely fall apart, because it'll fall apart while it's cooking in there with the veggies. So that's good. I'm going to let it cook for several hours, and I will do a short later and let you guys see how it looks served up with the sourdough bread that I baked. So I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe. I did a lot of prepping. I had to go out and purchase a propane heater so that I have heat here, because I'm completely electric. I have nothing that is not electric. So my heat, my hot water, everything's electric. So got a propane heater, not the standard type, like the one that you hook up to a 20-pound tank for your grill, but it actually heats like half of my house. So it's like 500 square feet. So I have a tiny home. So it will do my house. And I've got the kitties' fountains charged for their water. I made suet for my birdies outside, made sure I had bird seed, cat food. I parboiled some pasta. I have plenty of sternos, and I have all kinds of catering stuff, so I'll be able to heat food. And like I said, whatever I'm not going to use of this, I can heat that up with some sauce or add it to the soup and just heat this soup on top of a water pan on top of a sterno on a catering tray. So I'm in good shape. I hope everybody fares well during the storm. Real concerned about my little family, my oldest that just moved to South Carolina. So they're going to have quite a bit of ice there. So I just want everybody to know that, you'll be in my thoughts and prayers. And I hope everybody stays safe, that everybody did get out there and proactively prep for this storm, because it is going to be a doozy. Here where I am, I call myself the armpit because I'm in the little corner that touches New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, and I'm right on the Delaware. So they're calling for 12 at the, low end, which we never get the low end, to 18 plus. So I am planning on shoveling with my bad back every hour to stay on top of it. So I hope everyone stays safe. Be well, take care, take it easy, don't do too much. And if you do lose your electricity, stay warm, close off your rooms, and, try to just be safe. And I hope everyone fares well. And, thank you for tuning in. And I will do a short later when the soup is done. And I am going to do another wheel spin for my 150 sub winner. The young lady never came forward, so I'm going to need to spin that again. And I also am going to bake an apple crisp later, so I'll probably do a short for that. All right, you guys be safe. Love you. Take care. And y'all be in my thoughts and prayers.